Inside of this box behind me, we have the TOUCHBEAT Plus drum set by Gear for Music. Gear for Music actually reached out to me. I had never heard of them before, but it turns out they're the UK's largest music retailer, and they just so happen to have just come out with this brand new drum set. Now, what I think is interesting about this thing is they have packed in a bunch of high-end features into a very affordable drum set. Things like a 7-inch touchscreen, mesh heads, or a stand that actually raises and lowers. And since this is the Plus version, it comes with extra drums and cymbals. So today we're gonna unbox this thing, we're gonna check it out, run through all the features, and see what Gear for Music is all about. So thank you to Gear for Music for sponsoring this video and sending this my way. Let's unbox it. I need to get my sail cutter. Missed. Ooh, I like that. So the moment you open it up, you're greeted with a user manual and a beautiful little instruction cardboard thing. Ooh, fancy. Ooh, and they have a YouTube setup video. I might use that. That's what it looks like. Look at all the pieces in this thing. Comes with a drum key. It's the important stuff. I'm gonna watch the YouTube video. Check down the link in the description if you want to actually check this thing out. I was actually sent an early copy of this thing. It looks like their little video walkthrough to put it together isn't live yet. So we are going to be putting this together on our own. User manual, TOUCHBEAT Plus. Woo-chow. So far, I gotta say, this has been the easiest unboxing to get this kind of stuff out I think I've had, which is pretty nice. Layer 1 complete. Let's put together the frame. This is kind of silly to be so excited about this feature, but if you look here, these side things are actually height adjustable. Like I can pull this up and down like that and off. But if you can see, they actually come with a grid where you can set your own heights. Even my $4,000 electronic drum set does not have this feature. I can't actually make sure that both of the sides are level because there's no guide to go along with it. So that is a nice touch. Good job, Gear for Music. Another quick little frame thing. They call this their anchor lock system, but if you look here, you'll see that they have these little grooves on the rods. These grooves slot into the actual frame itself so that they can't twist. What that means is when you start putting drums on this thing, they're not gonna slowly slide down as you're playing, which is pretty handy. I need to tighten that down. Ooh, you can height adjust the sides too. That's awesome. That makes your life a lot easier. Just throw these here, make them look pretty. That's the module. Woohoo! Frame. Now, start actually getting some stuff out. According to them, step 2 is drums, so let's drums. Woo-hoo-hoo! So here's what we're looking like. This is the drum pads. Like I said, we got mesh heads. Oh man, I didn't even realize that. Don't tell Gear for Music that I didn't do enough research to even notice this, but look, it comes with like a shell. There's actually a shell in here. I thought it was just gonna be like a mesh head, and that's it. There's like some frame to this thing. It looks like you can actually tighten and loosen the head. That's awesome. Also, they sent some drumsticks for free, so you know, you'll get some kind of a pair of drumsticks. I've never had a no-named pair of sticks that I've really enjoyed before, but you know, we'll try these guys out. 5As. All right, let's put this on. Next, 10-inch drum number 2. Oh, that's like solid. More drums. "10-inch snare." How's everybody doing? Pretty good? Go down and like and subscribe. That would be sweet. I would appreciate it. I need to start tightening stuff. Where did I put the drum key? Where did I put, there it is. Oh yeah, we're getting there. It's looking like a thing. Cymbal stuff? Cymbal stuff. We gotta put these guys on. So we've got 2 crashes, a ride cymbal, and then the hi-hat. So that's what these little guys are for. You gotta put those on too. Get on there. Minor critique slash suggestion. If there's any way that you guys could get these cymbal clips actually put onto these bars before you put the frame together, you won't have to loosen these nuts all the way out on the 2 inner ones, which you do have to right now. Or if in the instructions you just moved that step earlier on before you actually put the frame together, it'd make your life a little easier putting it together. But once you get them in, it really doesn't matter. Kind of a funny little aside here. I'm used to putting a drum set like this together and then just kind of moving stuff around and adjusting it without loosening the stuff again, which is probably a really bad habit and it's not good for the equipment, but I do it anyways. The thing is, when these things are tightened down, they don't move. So I'm having to like actually go back and loosen stuff like you're supposed to. It's kind of crazy. Pedal time. Here's what the hi-hat pedal looks like. Boop, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Beautiful music. Say what you will about this drum set, but it is a piece of gear for music. Let's look at what these cymbals look like. In hi-hat land, we've got a 12-inch hi-hat cymbal pad. Oh! You've got another 12-inch cymbal pad, which looks pretty dang similar to the other ones. Sorry. And we've got our 14-inch cymbal for the ride. This is what our cymbals look like. Throw the ride on first. Oh, that's fancy. So if you look at this, these little ovals right here, how they're actually like put into ovals, those slot right into this guy, which is also an oval. So the ovals line up so that the cymbal won't actually spin and turn on you, which is pretty fancy. That little oval also makes it so that the cord is always facing backwards. Having the cord face backwards is kind of nice in an electronic drum set. We're getting there. This thing also comes with an 8-inch kick pad. Ooh, that's kind of nice. And a pedal. There is a version of this that comes with a seat and headphones as well, but I didn't get that one. I already have a seat and headphones, so I don't need it. Nice. All right, we are finally to the namesake part of this drum set, the module. Whoa, that's it. Oh, and a bunch of chords. Chords, unsurprisingly. This is what the module looks like. We'll turn it on in a bit, but also, the cleanest it'll ever be. You do have 2 knobs here. One says data and one says volume. We'll play with those in a little bit. Looking on the side here, you've got your power, USB headphone, Tom 4, mono output, factory data, right for, not mono, and then crash 2. So you've got 2 specific little inputs for the plus version. For the non-plus version, I think everything else is just kind of handled through here. And through here. Let's put it on the drum set. You know, it's funny. Every time I find a part and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of like jiggly or something, it's because I didn't tighten it all the way. So once you do tighten this thing up, it is rock solid. Good news! I just kind of test played it before I plugged anything in just to see if the heights are all good. One thing to worry about when you're getting into budget style drums is if they're made for like little kids, they're not gonna go high enough for an adult. This thing goes higher than I need it to do, so I'm gonna have to lower it a little bit as I plug these chords in. So I officially need to move this thing now. And one of the great things about electronic drum set is they're not gonna take up a huge amount of room in your house and they're kind of easily movable. So let's see if I can actually move this thing. And we turn it on. Ba, 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 ba. TOUCHBEAT. Woo! So we get to see a nice, beautiful picture of our little drum set there that we're playing. Ah. Ah. Woo. Nice. Something that's cool about this thing, you can actually play the cymbals in any location. And they work. I figured it would just be like, you know, one of those little triangle guys, or if it would only work when it's towards you. Anywhere you hit it, you're totally good. And on the ride cymbal, you can actually play the dome, which is sweet. So that's our pop 1. let's go to pop 2. Keep the ball rolling here. This one is purple. Whoa, that was my seat. That wasn't the drum set, that was my seat. I should have tightened it better, but I didn't. Wow. I like having this cymbal here. I could probably take or lose this drum. I actually have a big tom sitting off the side of my acoustic drum set as well, like this one, but I hardly ever use it. I typically have kind of a jazz setup where I have snare, tom, tom, and then I have my ride cymbal right here, which I really like. According to the product pictures, they have you putting it on this rod right here, but I have plenty of room to stick it here, so I get it a little bit closer, which is kind of where I like it. Yeah. That's pop 2. Let's just go to like a pretty looking drum set, huh? Oh my gosh, look at that. We gained an extra tom there on the rock setup. As you can see, I'm using the knob, and that's kind of, you know, for ease of you guys being able to see it so my hand doesn't get in the way. But you can just as easily use their touchscreen. So this is rock 1. That was a bad fill. That was also a bad fill. Ah, got it. Wrong way, but I caught it. Blue is rock 5. I'm just kind of going by color at this point. I don't know what any of them sound like, so blue. Ooh, I like that bass drum. Ah, a little deeper. Nice. Oh, see, there's kind of my jazz kit set up. They even know what I like on my jazz kit. Now, even though it shows only bass drum, snare, 2 tom, I think all of them are gonna work. Yeah, they sound like they would fit too. That's kind of high. Oh, it's been a while. That's so high. Psychedelic jazz. Now, something that's kind of interesting, on my little Jazz 2 kit over here, when I hit the low toms, they sound very similar. If I don't want that, I can actually go into the edit menu here, and I can hit the drum that I want to change. So I can actually go to the pitch, and I can move the pitch down. Ooh, so now I have a little bit of a difference between my 2 pitches. Let's go even further. This will become probably silly. Oh, that's too much. Or, better yet, I can leave the tom 4 where it is. Let's move tom 3 up a little. That's nice. Yeah. Nice. And you can do that with every drum. So for example, on that other jazz kit, I didn't like this tom. It's just too high. So I can just go into my little edit button here, and I can just take the pitch down on that tom. That's much better. Now, the other thing that I've kind of noticed about this jazz kit, the snare drum's pretty nice and loud. pretty quiet. So actually I can go to these toms. I can turn the volume up a little bit. Now, I can hear them a little bit better. Now maybe, in comparison, it's because the snare drum is a little bit too loud, so I can turn the snare drum down. Yeah, so you can balance the entire drum set if you'd like to. Let's go to something little not rock or jazz. So we got world drums. We got a lot of crazy things going on here. We'll see what happens when I start hitting stuff. Yeah. That bass drum. Cool. World 5. Whoa. Oh. So now I move to our electro kits. This is an electronic kit, so let's see what the electro kit sounds like. Oh yeah! Whoa, it's like weep. Oh. Oh yeah. That's cool. Whoa. That's crazy. Oh, I was too excited I dropped a stick. Electro 2 might be my fave so far. Let's go to 3. Ooh. That's darn near like a regular kit except that. Electro 4. Ooh. Oh, that's sick. As you hit harder, it gets like higher pitched. Nice. Electro 5. Ooh. Now overall, this thing has like 950 different sounds built into it, and it's got 5 user kits, and you can put any of those sounds on any of these implements you want and just create your own drum set out of it, which is really cool. So how I would do that, I got my kit 1 here. I can hit the thing I want to adjust. So that's my snare, and I can click into snare, and then you've got all these snare options you can choose through. And if you want even more, you can go like to not snare. So, you know, like if I want to put, you know, a Ride Acoloid V1, whatever that is, on my snare drum. Beautiful. Or, you know, put a crash cymbal on my snare. Why not? This is how many sounds there are. Ending with Shaker Jack 2. Some of the other things you can do in here, going to utilities, I can adjust the display brightness. We're gonna pop her all the way up to 10, why not? It's got a metronome, which is great. It works. Change the tempo if I want to. I can work on my 9/8. So if I want to, I can practice my 9/8. Go away, metronome. You can also throw some reverb on there. I don't know what this is gonna sound like, but we're just gonna try it. There's also a master EQ, so if you want more bass, you can throw that up. Just affects the sound overall. If you want an easier menu to go with, you can also click this button and just jump right into kits, and it just kind of like puts a different type of menu, so you can just, you know, swipe through that way. And then also, something that I think is super cool, if you go into songs, it actually has pre-built songs for you to practice to, which I think is a great feature. So if I were to go into pop, for example, and then hit pop 1, play, they've got this nice little tune that I can play along with. You can click this button here to turn off the drums, and so now I can play the drums. Let's see what it has for jazz. World? One, two, three, ha! I was way off tempo. I need to practice. Let's see if we can find one more. One more. Here we go. lock it. So, you know, can't push the buttons now. Touchscreen locked. Boop. Beep. So when you're, you know, ready for the gig, just hit that button and you're good to go. All right, we got one more feature here I want to look at, and it is the Bluetooth. So we're going to connect my computer here, and we're going to see if I can get some tunes going. Oh, that worked really good. I'm rocking my music in the headphones. You can't hear it because of copyright, but I promise you it is Pink Pony Club. Copyright song. I probably shouldn't even sing because I'll get copy struck. Then you won't be able to watch the movie. This video, not movie. Another capability that I haven't even touched on, but still really cool. You can plug this into your computer and you can use all the computer drum set sounds you want. So let's say you have your favorite drum set in Logic Pro. You can just hook this up and use it as a MIDI controller to play that drum set. So really, the sky is the limit as far as the sounds on this thing is concerned. So there you have it, the TOUCHBEAT Pro. Rocking mesh heads. 360 playable cymbals that you can mute. And a 7-inch touchscreen display. Thank you to Gear for Music for sponsoring this video. If you liked this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Except I hopefully actually will. Ba 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 ba, Pink Pony Club, Pink Pony Club, Plony. Pink Plony.